Really, really good day today. I was a little bit, worried's not the right word. I was anticipating, how we would respond to putting full pads on, and 4 really tough days and long days leading up to it. And the guys came out, a lot of juice. It was hot. The last couple days we hadn't seen the sun very much, but the sun was beating down on us pretty good today. Credit to Coach McKnight and his staff, man. The defensive players in our tackle drills and goal line and inside drill, much better pad level than in the spring, much better knee bend, hip explosion. It was. We're not a finished product by any stretch of the imagination. We got a lot to clean up, but just our body position and our pad level was encouraging. Reggie was held out, precautionary. We're treating it still as a migraine, which I think it is. He was cleared to go into meetings and all that stuff last night. Just didn't want him any contact today. I should know later today if he'll be good to go tomorrow. Kirk will be out tomorrow, but if we keep progressing, should be back on Monday. Other than that, everybody was good to go at practice. Questions?
Do these guys know that you put more, I don't know, maybe emphasis is the right word, but it matters more now to you with fully pads on, because if you didn't put much credence in shorts and shirts, that now it's real?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. I mean, we had a team meeting last night that, they grow up in this generation of 7-on-7 and all the other stuff, which is good. There's nothing wrong with that. I think, that builds certain skills, but it's definitely not real football. And they understand the importance of putting full pads on and tackling to the ground, and training as I'm trying to think of the right word. Training as real as we can and simulating game-like situations is how you get better. And they believe in that, and they understand the importance of it.
Coach, for the portion of practice we're allowed to see, Kyle Porter has run with the ones. Is that mainly because of Chris Warren and maybe him being injured for some of the spring?
Yeah, definitely. Kyle did everything we asked him to in the spring. He stayed relatively healthy until I think the only practice he missed was the spring game because he rolled his ankle. But yeah, Chris has had a great summer. He's gonna, we're not. It's kind of like the question I got asked at defensive ends yesterday. Whether you take the first snap or the fourth snap at running back, we're gonna need to roll guys at that position, and Chris has done what we've asked him to thus far, and so has Kyle. So, but yeah, I think it's only fair that a guy that makes it through pretty much the entire spring practice and does it well, that he gets the chance to jog out there with the ones.
How do you rate them as receivers, as a group, running backs, their hands?
Oh, I'm with you. Good, not great. Yeah. Good. I think probably Tennille would be the most fluid ball catcher, with probably Kyle and then Chris and Danny. But good, not great.
Was there anybody that surprised you today with the physicality? Like maybe you didn't expect that coming out of the spring?
I thought our 2 young tight ends, I don't know, coming out of the spring, but because they weren't here, but it was good to see them throw their stuff around in inside drill and team settings. They didn't. Now they need to get stronger, but they certainly weren't scared.
How much will you go ones versus ones in the scrimmage?
It'll be the whole scrimmage. Will be ones, twos.
You know how long you'll go?
A couple hours probably. I would think each group, scrimmage one, somewhere around 60 to 70 plays.
Yeah.
We don't have all of our special situations. We don't have 2-minute in yet. We have a very bare bones goal, red zone and goal line package. So, it'll be a lot of just put the ball down on the -25 and go play football.
We've seen on their helmets, some of the players have the stripes on their helmets. They've usually been red, and we've known that those are guys who are new to the program. But now we're seeing the guys like Shane Buechele, Kyle Porter starting to get these. Are those just for being able to see line of vision?
Correct. Yeah, that's That's very astute. The red stripes are for the newcomers, kind of a pledging, if you will. You know, they're you know, not quite members of the family yet. They've got to go prove it on the practice field, and at some point they'll get that stripe off. But then the black stripe, yeah, for our quarterbacks and running backs, we want to be able to see on video where is the center of their helmet, and you know, where exactly are they looking. That's the closest thing. Now, granted, I can look at you and my head be this way, but in a helmet, that's pretty tough to do. Yeah.
But so the red stripe is sort of a mental thing with players.
Oh, I think it's just, you know, when you get here, you haven't been through everything that the veterans have been through, and so to just say, hey, you're, you know, just be handed the keys without earning anything, I think, you know, would be doing a disservice to the veterans. So yeah, they don't get treated any different, but we make a big deal when they earn the right to take the stripe off and kind of become a full-fledged member of our family.
Anyone close to earning the stripe off?
What's that?
No,
not after one day of pads.
They usually take?
Sometimes after tomorrow, sometimes, you know, a couple weeks.
Can guys separate more in a scrimmage setting in the eyes of the coaches, or is it always...
No, I don't think so. For us, the scrimmage setting is good because it allows coaches to get off the field. It allows us to go through game-like situations, game-like execution, game-like procedures, you know, without, you know, a set drill. Hey, this is 3rd and 10, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 6, whatever the case may be. Inside drill, it's just 11 on 11, go play football, play it as it's spotted. But it doesn't carry any more weight than, you know, an individual drill on a Monday practice.
In our media session, we saw Elijah Rodriguez repping at right tackle. Why has he kind of added his name into that little right tackle battle?
Because he's good enough. One, you know, we're going to put the best 5 offensive linemen out there, and you know, Shaq has come back really well, Zach Shackelford, and so right now, if we had to play a game right now, those 5 would be the best 5, with Shackelford at center, McMillan at right guard, and Rodriguez at right tackle. But what it does allow too, it allows Denzel and Tristan to get some reps at left tackle as well, because if we're going to need a swing tackle, you know, as I've said before, most teams that I've been on, you got about 7 or 8 offensive linemen that you feel good about putting in a game, and it's usually your 5 starters, 1 tackle that could probably play left or right, and 1 inside guy that could play either guard or center. And so it allows those guys to get some reps at left tackle too. But they're still, you know, they're still improving, and you know, we don't play a game tomorrow, so they'll have every opportunity to go earn that spot too. But it'll be a good battle because, you know, right now those 5 guys plus Denzel, Tristan, and probably Pat Hudson at this point are all, you know, 8 guys that we just got to figure out the best combination of 5 to jog out there.
There was talk last year that Jake was the most underrated, versatile guy that they had. Is that still the case?
Well, he's not underrated by me. I
Right.
mean, I really like being around him. He is versatile, very, very much so, in terms of his ability to play center and guard. Really smart guy, powerful, so he's able to, you know, hold his own inside there with the Puna Fords of the world. And yeah, I mean, I don't know that underrated's the right word, but certainly very versatile.
Coach, in the winter, in the spring, you kind of would always tell us about things that you wanted to see and how you were challenging the guys. You've been very complimentary of them this week. Are they starting to maybe meet your expectations? Has there been a shift somewhere?
I felt that too. Yeah, I've gone back and watched a few of these, and yeah, I mean, I guess that's the only conclusion probably that you can draw. Again, I'm glad we don't play tomorrow. We're not a finished product by any stretch, but for the most part, they're doing, you know, what we've asked them to do. We've got to, again, probably the 2 things that still I wish were a little bit more polished now than they are would be the still some busts on defense, not communicating, and some assignment errors on offense. But we talk to them all the time about, especially this time of year, don't worry about making mistakes. Just go really hard, be really physical, and we'll correct those mistakes. Now, if it becomes a pattern and those mistakes continue to repeat themselves, then we got issues. But right now, this time of year, it's just about going hard and physical, and for the most part, they've done that.
Does it make you nervous to be happy with them so early in camp?
Yeah. I don't know that I'm ever happy. That's pretty exaggerated, but but there's you're proud of the guys for doing that, and so we're a very honest, transparent program. When they're doing well, they're gonna be told keep it up, and get better, and when they're not meeting expectations, they're going to be told that too, and be taught how to do that.
Got time for 2 more, gang?
Was there an install today, or was it kind of like you mentioned the other day, reteaching stuff in?
Goal line and red zone was the install today. So as is pretty much every year, the first day we put on full pads. We want to be, put them in as physical of situations as we can, and short yardage, goal line, red zone is, football in a phone booth, and we wanted to see guys that responded to that.
Tom,
Nice
can
one.
you talk about the competition at B-backer, and what do you and Coach Orlando need to see from Jeffrey McCullough to feel good about putting him in the game for Nation?
Well, I think they've each got their strengths and weaknesses. I think Jeffrey's got to be more consistent against the run. I think his strength is rushing the passer at that position. And then Nahshon is about the opposite. He's pretty good against the run. He's smart. He knows where to be and how to be there. But we need a little more production from him rushing the passer. So both of them are well aware of their strengths and weaknesses, and it'll be a good battle the whole camp.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir.